at a short track to tell you you're having a fun night, especially when this was the P2 car. So yeah, it was a bit of a rough week that week, but you know what? We're back again. This is the last short track in the short track slam before the playoff push. We're going to go to some fast tracks next, so guys that want to use the short crash, use that chrome horn. It's going to be time to do it, or everybody's going to be saying, y'all can have this league. Well, it is qualifying time. That means Justin's going to go ahead and put himself a lap down. That means we are going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. Once again, as I always like to point out, I'd love to give you these qualifying sessions, but iRacing does not let me see the laps that they put down. What I will do is I will consistently show you the results as they put down the laps for qualifying. And as you can see, Jake Waltman right now is your P1 guy. He already got his first win 2 weeks ago, and this will be his third event, but Patrick Langley was one of those guys fighting with him at South Boston for that win, so it's nice to see both of them on the front row. But for now, we will jump out and take a quick commercial break and be right back for opening ceremonies.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Now's the time to get your landscape lighting system tuned up for the summer months. You're going to have people over your house. You want to have your home, your back deck, your back patio, around your swimming pool, all your landscape lighting tuned up and ready. Give us a call here at the office, 410-721-2342. We'll be glad to get that scheduled for you.
It's 8 a.m. Your car's engine is already hot. Now it's time to look the part. At Paint Corrections by Associated, we know that it's not enough to just offer the best products and services. You need the best customer experience in auto detailing.
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of technical difficulties as we fix the Thundercam and Kubia's cam. That's going to be something that we're very excited to show you this evening. We have not only the Thundercam returning for last week, but we'll have a second driver visible for the Kubia's cam. We're going to work on getting that fixed right now while we get ready to go out trackside for opening ceremonies. Please welcome Great Highland Bagpipes as they perform our national anthem. One of my favorite commands. I love hearing that. The bagpipes are fantastic. We've got a minute left in qualifying. These are your results so far. Ryan Lutz not able to knock Jake Waltman off of that pole position, but you can see how far Patrick Langley has fallen. Lot of fast speeds, and look how close they are for that top 10. Well, as we get ready to fire these engines, we're going to send it trackside now for the command, with a big thank you from all of our premier sponsors.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Das Beer Hall, home of the famous $5 liter crush.
Hey, everybody. I'm Roger Diebel, the owner of Lake Norman Edits.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Jordan DeRossi.
Hi, I'm Doug Newkirk, owner of D&M Tags.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Now's the time to crank up them engines.
Start your engine!
Start your engines.
Driver, start your engines. Come on.
Start your engines!
Start your engines!
Start your engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
And just like that, it is time to fire the engines. They are going to start gridding up right now. Once the first car jumps on it, we're going to follow along and take you through the grid.
Well, Bo, it is time for me to hop behind the wheel of this thing and grid her up. Now that the engines are fired, I'm going to go ahead and get my belts tight and get ready to rock and roll this thing. Good luck to you up in the booth, and I'll talk to you throughout.
Hey, pal, good luck to you out there on the racetrack. Go on and get you some, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, and as they start gridding up now, we will get you to the front of the field. Starting on the pole, yet again, Jake Waltman in his third race in Thunderclap, along Ryan Lutz in that 36. Starting row 2, Dustin Stallings in the 42, alongside Spencer Taylor in the 46. Starting in the 5th position, Ryan Johnson returns in the 8. Can he rebound after that hard wreck at the end on the last turn and getting second place alongside Patrick Langley, who will likely be one of our Thundercam vehicles tonight. Dakota Camper in the 43 had a rough week last week. Can he rebound alongside Matt Garrett, who has shown speed of late? Rounding out the top 10, we've got Cole Gadjadoris in the 89 alongside Clapp, our commissioner. And these guys are originals. They've been here every single week. So can these guys that have been here for a while run it on these newcomers? As we continue to go through the field, Ryan Zunk and Chase Leahy, two other guys that have been here all year long. Chase Leahy looking to capitalize on finally a nice top 5 last week. Tyler Truex starting way back in the field. I'm not sure we've seen him start back this far of yet. Next to Josh Koner, who hopefully can get some stride as he's had issues recently too. Starting 15th, David Burns, one of the fan favorites, a real clean guy. Next to Steven Lachinsky, an old Hellraiser out there in the 99. Then we got Roger Diebold, our current points leader, starting in the 17th position along Tony Burleson in that 79 champion tire and wheel machine. Starting 19th, David Hall in the 57 with JB Banner in the 53. Bobby Grant in the 14 alongside James Stanger, a former winner. And Kyle Sisko will round out the field in 23rd position. We will join the front. It is just about time to let the thunder roll, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are off on the pace car. We'd like to thank Kubia's Tackle LLC for jumping on board with us. When you buy a piece of Kubia's custom tackle, you become part of a select group of anglers. Kubia's Tackle LLC specializes in custom worms, craws, jigs, and more. Kubia's custom fishing lures are the premier new choice for anglers on the river, lake, or bay without the big box store markups. And we thank them for coming aboard to North Wilkesboro Speedway for the Thunderclaps Stock Car Invitational. They'll round turns 3 and 4. The pace car is going to pull off, and Ryan Lutz and Jake Waltman are going to have to fight it out here at the beginning. Green flag is out. Nobody gives an inch. It'll be Jake Waltman leading the first. Nope, Ryan Lutz, I think, got the first lap. They are side by side. Ryan Lutz still cannot clear the 6 as they come down the front stretch. He clears them and will take the lead from Jake Waltman. Behind them, you see the 42 moving himself up to the 3rd place already. It is a cluster back here with the 46, the 42, and the 87. Nobody wanted to give an inch as the 87 dives it in there, makes contact with the 42. Can he save it? He does save the car. Big wiggle, and he's going to lose a ton of ground after that big move. He will rebound, though. Back at our leaders, and caution is out on the speedway. See what exactly happened there. Looks like Cole Gadjadoris may have had an issue. Just riding along right with Clapp of that 2-lane machine. So he was going up on the high line. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, that's some type of catastrophic failure. Looks like his wheel may have come unplugged or something of the sort. That has all the looks of an electronic technical failure. Hopefully Cole will be able to get back out on the track. I like that Old Spice Tony Stewart throwback he has. Rejoin our leaders I don't think anybody's going to pit this early. I think this is like just a nice little freebie. Everybody gets to take a breath. You can see teammates right there, actually, with the 36 and the 46. In those dueling paint schemes, that's Ryan Lutz and Spencer Taylor as they start getting lined up. I love Ryan Johnson's 8 scheme. It is, I believe, it's the 20th anniversary of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s win in the Pepsi 400, using lessons from his father to go from 6th to 1st with that awesome call by Alan Bestwick. Maybe we keep doing well enough, we'll get him in here and y'all can fire me, huh? Well, the pace car is going to pull off here. Can Jake Waltman use the outside like Ryan Lutz did? Great jump, great start by Ryan Lutz as he clears Jake Waltman, and Spencer Taylor moves on into the inside. Six had to go way high, got real loose on entry. And he is going to lose that position to Spencer Taylor. But here he comes crawling right back. As they come down the front stretch, Ryan Lutz starting to pull away. Oh, in the 8, back in the field. Hard contact with the wall. I believe he had a little bit of help there. We'll go back and take a look. Oh, he was side by side with the 87. Just missed the 63 of Clapper. Hard contact into the wall. That's going to be at least a 4X, I think. We'll go back and take a look at exactly what happened. So they're coming off their 3 wide. Not something you necessarily want to do at North Wilkes-Barre. Does a great job keeping off the inside wall, and then just couldn't lock her back down. Hard contact with the rear. He'll definitely have to buff that out. That baseball player is not going to be hitting any home runs anytime soon. But it is early. There are 240 laps in this event. He'll find his way back up there. We have stage ends on lap 40, 70, and 240 tonight. I'm sorry, 70, 140, 240. Math. Yeah, you can see he is getting that damage fixed right now. Not a lot of takers on pit road. It is early. Looks like the 84 was that came down. It may have actually been Bobby Grant's machine. Ryan Johnson getting a lot of damage fixed. So he will go a few laps down here, but probably best get it out of the way now. It's a long race. You can get a lot of laps back with waiver rounds. Still has some damage there. Did not use his fast repair. That is a smart play, if you ask me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, a fast repair, you get one of them in the Thunderclap series. And the green flag is out, so we'll talk about that later. 36 and the 46 teammates side by side. Can Spencer Taylor use the outside like Ryan Lutz did earlier? Ryan Lutz not giving an inch. Great side-by-side racing as Patrick Langley all the way up to 4th already after that early incident. And they are just pace lapping out there. The 46 and the 36, no one will give an inch, and it's holding basically everybody up. I mean, this is some of the best side-by-side racing we've seen all season long. These guys are locking it down. You see just how close Ryan Lutz gets to that apron. Still side by side with Spencer Taylor. I can't pull away, ladies and gentlemen. Can hear Spencer Taylor play with the throttle. You have to start wondering, is this going to hurt the tires? This is not a new surface racetrack by any means. Is this side-by-side racing going to do any damage to those tires? And are guys like Jake Waltman right behind them just kind of waiting for somebody to make a mistake? Incredible action up front. I'm scared to pull away. This is your top five right now. Ryan Lutz and Spencer Taylor not giving an inch, with Jake Waltman, Patrick Langley, and Dustin Stallings in the 42 up front. A lot of guys that have been there since the beginning of this race staying up front. I will say, though, Justin Clapper, our lead commissioner, has moved up to 7th. He's making some ground, while Chase Leahy, unfortunately, has lost a few positions. And finally, a pass is made, and Ryan Lutz gets the lead back and marches on with pressure from Jake Waltman to Spencer Taylor in the 46 now. Go ahead and take a look at the Kubia's cam now as we follow the leaders, which is not working. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if we can't get that back operational. There we go. So this week in the Thunder Cam, we have Chase Leahy in the 34. That is the Sim4U Chevrolet. You can see him there in the cockpit. Your broadcast is on your right side. And we'll go to this throughout the day to check in on Chase and see how he's doing. Currently in the 12th position, battling with David Burns and Kyle Cisco in the 12. But thank you, Chase, for giving us an inside look. Nice gloves, nice trips monitor. Looks good, sir. Hope to see you up to the front here soon. Speaking of the front, Ryan Lutz pulling away has put significant distance on the second place. Now he's got a serious quick lap. He is the only guy out here in the 18.6s. Everybody else is 18.7s and longer. Already up to over a 2-second lead, and Jake Waltman, though, has moved himself around Spencer Taylor. You got to wonder, did Spencer Taylor use too much tire using the outside line to try and get around Ryan Lutz earlier? As Ryan Lutz does begin to pull away, we will go ahead and take you through the field and through the top 10. As we mentioned, Ryan Lutz is your leader, and he's been there all through this first half of this first stage. As lap traffic actually starts to play a factor, we may have to come back to through the field, as the 11 of Brandon Cash was getting, Brandon Cash was getting lapped in that Nesquik machine and hit the wall I almost think he did it just to make sure that he did avoid the leaders. That's one of our in-race reporters, already off to a bad day for that 11 machine. He started 28th. He's in the 17th position, but is going a lap down. Does actually look like, no, he's much farther in the field. That is an issue with the telemetry. Yes, last week, if you were with us, you know that the telemetry does not like to play well with these tracks that the cars don't go to on a regular basis. So some guys are going multiple laps down when they may not be that many laps down. And that is just an issue with the telemetry because these big cup cars are used to being on much bigger tracks. Let's see our leader now having to deal with the 89 of Cole Gadgedoris and the 14 of Bobby Grant. They, I know for a fact, are a few laps down. But it is still early in this event, as they're now going to race for what could be the lucky dog. Jake Waltman is tracking down our leader, Ryan Lutz, though he's cut that depth down to just under a second. And back here, 2.5 seconds, is Spencer Taylor in the 46. A lot of these guys started in the top 5 and have remained there. I love that mellow yellow throwback, that beautiful paint scheme that Dustin Stallings has. Just tallying the laps right now. Matt Garrett, nice to see him in a good run, and a very cool paint scheme on his hot rod as well, with that metallic finish and that Warthog theme. Patrick Langley in the 87. We were hoping to have his in-car today. Does not look like he is streaming on Twitch, which is why we've been having some issues with our Kubia's cam. I did not load in a couple other drivers, so we will be with Chase Leahy for the rest of the night, but that in itself will be still a very exciting Thundercam and Kubia's cam. In the 7th position, we have Justin Clapper, our lead commissioner in that 2-lane, and he is getting pressure right now by Dakota Camper, a newcomer in that Petty's Garage 43, who has some damage on the rear end. Not sure how he got that. Could have been just a little play time out there in the middle of this pack. Doesn't seem to be damaging the performance on the car too bad. Behind him in 9th is Tyler Truex in the 69. We're used to seeing him in the very front of the field. It is strange to see him back there. But here he goes. Maybe he's saving some tire, knowing that we only have 50% fuel each run, and you only get 3 sets of tires. Maybe he is playing the long con here and going to use some stage strategy to get ahead as he starts. Maybe that's how the 43 got a bumper like that, as he starts working on the 43, who is now under pressure by 69 of Tyler Truex. Behind them is Kyle Sisko in his triumphant return. He has a few wins this season. Back on track with his teammates, Ray Fataruso and James Stenger, right behind him. These three, they're like the Bludgeon Brothers, or the Dudley Boys when there was 3 of them. They like to rough you up. They like to get to the front, and they're a lot of fun to watch for us broadcasters. All running identical paint schemes tonight. Looking good out there, but not up in the front where we're used to seeing them. Someone else who is in leading a gaggle of cars, the 38 of Roger Diebold in that Pennzoil throwback. He just got a bit of a bump by Robert Walton in the 66. There are a bunch of cars back here, and they may be battling as the leaders are going to start catching them here soon. But that is just a big cluster of cars. We'll go back and follow our leaders. Ryan Lutz still with a commanding lead for the moment as Jake Waltman cut it down to a second, and now it's back to a half-second lead for Ryan Lutz. The 6 was not able to get closer. rejoining this gaggle back here because, boy, it looks like a lot of fun. Roger Diebold still side by side with Robert Walton. This is a battle for the 14th position. And someone who is looking at all of this, you see at the back of that pack, that blue and white car, the 34 of Chase Leahy. This is what he sees as we look at the Kubia's cam. He has a mess of cars in front of him, and he wants to get by just about all of them. Looks like he just made some contact there with the 23. Doing what he can to try and get around these guys, because if they don't hurry up, they are going to be in danger of going a lap down. That is the Kubia's Kubia's fishing tackle offers the best in new, trusted, and custom lines, balls, and clear tackle lines. All of Kubia's tackle lines have been tested for fish on efficiency and pole yanking rigidity. All of Kubia's custom fishing lures can be purchased on CustomTackleSupply.com today, and your tackle box can be perfectly upgraded for tomorrow when you call in sick. So be sure to go to CustomTackleSupply.com and get some of that custom tackle from Kubia's Tackle. Great group of people. It's a family business, and I just love everything about the unique custom color schemes that they're able to do with all of their tackle. It's great stuff. We'll rejoin the race feed as Robert Walton, who was originally pressuring the 38, has fallen back a bit. David Burns in the 55 was not with us last week. Battling in the 14th position now. He's probably wondering where all these newcomers came from. Behind him is the 99 of Steve Lashinsky. Working on getting him to be one of our Thundercam participants here if we can catch a red flag. But I don't want to tell Steve to look behind him because he's not going to like what he sees. Because directly behind him and this whole gaggle of cars is our leader, Ryan Lutz. He is still only 1.5 seconds ahead of Jake Waltman, but he is a whole racetrack ahead of these guys, and he's doing everything he can to stay out of trouble, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind putting a bunch of these laps cars down as you can see Steve putting pressure on the 66 of Robert Walton saying, come on, buddy, time to go. I'm not going to be the one that gets lapped here. As boy, oh boy, this is scary for Ryan Lutz as they are almost 3 wide. Steve is going to have to back out and let the leader go. Not what he wants to do, I'm sure. David Burns trying to fight with Robert Walton now so that he doesn't go a lap down either. This is intense driving for Ryan Lutz. You don't want to get involved in lap car incidents, especially at a short track and especially when they are side by side. And while they do this, Jake Waltman says, well, why don't you all just keep doing that because he is only a half a second back. He is going to be able to use these lap cars as a pick perhaps and get around the 36. He is right there now as Ryan Lutz has to be getting frustrated. Oh, is he going to try and make it 3 wide for the lead with Robert Walton in the middle? Gutsy move that did not work, but it did scramble a lot of the lap cars. And it may have actually had an adverse effects because now Ryan Lutz has much cleaner racetrack in front of him. These guys are putting down a blistering pace. Jake Waltman is running 18.706, but that still can't touch the 18.64 that Ryan Lutz has put down. And now with clean racetrack ahead of him, I'm not sure that Jake is going to be able to catch him unless Ryan catches another gaggle of cars. And now the 34 of Chase Leahy, unfortunately, checking on the Thundercam. Potentially going to go a lap down. Oh, I may have just been a lap down when that caution came out. Which is either it's going to either pinch somebody a lap down and Chase will get the lucky dog, or Chase was ahead at the time of the caution. I'm not exactly sure if he was ahead or not. We'll have to see what the caution was. We'll check on the incident report. Ooh, looks like we have a couple incidents. Spencer Taylor, one of the cars that may have been involved. Robert Walton as well. Looks like a telemetry issue, not letting me see exactly what happened. We have 6 different cars involved. Oh, there's your contact. The 57 and the 87, major contact. The 87, I think, got sick and tired of being sick and tired and sent the 57 up the wall. And it looks like that may have been what brought out the caution. Well, we'll check in on pit road now as the action is underway. I have to do a hard rewind here. I'd like everybody to see the pits, just me up here in the booth. So a lot of buttons, a lot of pushing. All right, here we go. These are our guys coming down pit road. You can see 36 did elect to come down. The 6 did as well. Few guys getting damage fixed. Chase Leahy did get the lucky dog. So a lot of guys pit early to get damage repaired. And coming out of pit road first, it looks like it will be Jake Waltman. No, it looks like Ryan Lutz did beat Jake Waltman out of pit road.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Well, the lights are on real quick. We're going to take 1 second for station identification and then come right back for the drop of the green flag. They are wrecking just like that. Oh, a humongous impact. Just like that, we have ourselves some drama on hand.
Things are heating up.
I think Roger got it. I think Roger got the win.
Is in the air. He is Dogecoin to the moon.
And that's the kind of racing you get in Thunderclap.
And in that time, I was able to find out that this will be the end of stage 1 with the timing of that caution. So as the time that the caution came out, Ryan Lutz was your winner of stage 1 with Jake Waltman towing behind. So a lot of new guys taking stage points away from guys that have been here all season. That has been the story these last couple weeks. And it's going to help these guys that need to get into the 20th or better in points. It's going to help them get there a lot faster than some of these guys hope. But I'm really liking our top 5 right now. The 2 guys that have been up front all day with Tyler Truex and Ray Fatarusso right in there now. And Spencer Taylor, what can he do starting this far back as the green flag is out? Much like they've been all day. The 6 in the 36, but it is a gaggle of fun back here for the 3rd spot. Ray Fatarusso way up the racetrack. They're 3 wide for a second as him and Tyler Truex battle it out. Back up front, Jake Waltman putting the pressure on, and caution will wave. Go back and see what happened. Looks like the 11 of Brandon Cash found himself in an incident with Patrick Langley. They take the green. Patrick Langley makes him 3 wide there for a second. And then, boom, Patrick just gets right into the rear of the 11, sends him through the grass. And then the 11 blips away. Just enough caution to bring out, or just enough contact to bring out a caution. And that 87 car has been in a few incidents tonight. I'm sure he's unhappy that he's not up at the front where he is used to being. Let's see if under this caution we can't chat with one of our drivers. Matter of fact, hey Brandon, this is Bo up in the booth. Do you have me, sir?
Hey Bo, how's it going?
Well, it's probably going a little better up here than it is down there. It looks like Patrick Langley got a little, well, he just wanted you to move a little faster, I guess.
My fault. I'm already like 10 laps down. So, what's another 2 laps? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're out here learning. You got that Nesquik machine looking good out there. You didn't bring me any Nesquik, though, so that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, I got a race to run here, so.
I understand. Well, since you're running this here race and you're a couple laps down, what does it feel like when you're getting hounded by those leaders? We saw you make contact with the wall earlier, trying to avoid the leaders. How hard is it to run your race, but also try not to get ran over from behind?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a lot of pucker factor. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever I get close to the wall, I'm on a little small 24-inch monitor, so that wall looks real awful big on it. So yeah, just trying to do what I do. Just running last place and maybe pull off a miraculous top 10. I don't know.
Stranger things have happened in the Thunderclap series, sir. Good luck on the rest of the evening. I'm sure we'll talk to you again here soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bo.
That is Brandon in the 11 Nesquik machine. Love checking in with him. He's always in good spirits, even if his car is not in good condition. He's in a chat with Steve. That was why I mentioned Steve. We'll check in with Steve here at some point tonight as well. But for now, pace car is going to peel off. The 36 and the 6. At it again. Green flag is out. Contact between the 69 and the 2. Side by side still at the front. And Jake Waltman will clear the 36 and start leading some laps. Or will he? And he will. He's going to have to haul some ace, though, because that 36, we've seen the speed all night long. These are the first laps that he's led, and the 36 is already back on the inside of him, putting serious pressure down. I bet you Jake will put his fastest lap down in these next couple laps. Matter of fact, he already has put a lap down that is only 3/1000ths off of Ryan Lutz as another caution waves. This looks like an incident with Steve Lachinsky, who we were just talking about. Ooh, lots of cars involved here. What exactly happened between JB Banner. Oh, it looks like it happened actually in front with the 42. Oh, so this happened all the way up towards the front of the field as the 42 gets way loose side by side with the 2, and oh, he takes out a ton of cars. Hear him out of the throttle. We'll go back a little farther, checking on his cockpit. Wow, you can see just how loose he gets, and then makes contact with the inside wall. Kyle Sisko, the 34. Looks like Clapp may have got some damage from that as well. Going to be a lot of unhappy campers getting some serious damage fixed. We'll check in with Chase Leahy. Looks like he was able to skirt by with not too much damage, but Kyle Sisko, he certainly made some heavy contact into the inside wall. He is on pit road now getting some work done. Josh Koner is in as well. Haven't talked about Josh Koner a lot tonight, but that is a pretty vehicle he has there. I believe that is the Rev Chevrolet. And he is out with just under 30 seconds fixed. So one would hope that he doesn't have any engine damage and he can keep getting after it. Speaking of getting after it, the 6 of Jake Waltman, still your leader, and he has been getting after it these last 3 weeks. We can't get another one of our drivers in here to talk about what they're seeing. Oh, actually, they're telling me now that one to go green, so I better not start asking questions when they're pulling the belts tight. But I will remind everyone that this race is brought to you by Kubia's Tackle. When you buy a piece of Kubia's custom tackle, you become part of a select group of anglers. Kubia's Tackle specializes in custom worms, craws, jigs, and more. Go to customtacklesupply.com today to buy that new pretty custom tackle as the green flag waves. Great jump from Jake Waltman. He will clear the 36, and the 46 we'll see if he can't get his nose back up towards the front. Now you can see already how much those two front runners just pull away. And Roger Diebold, where did he come from? The 38.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, major contact. It's the 34. Go to the Kubia's cam. Oh, serious heavy contact for the 34. You saw it there live with the delay. Serious contact for the 34. He is going to have to, I would assume, with that heavy of nose damage, get his fast repair. Serious contact into the wall. That was almost right off the restart. You can see that car does not look happy as he's and James Stanger, looks like they were 3 wide. We'll go back and take a look. Yeah, 15 to James. There's just nowhere to go. And Chase Leahy, unfortunately, the one who got the brunt of that incident. We will look at Patrick Langley's cam. He had James Stanger on the inside of him. A whole gaggle of cars here. You see Clapper just in front of all of them. Chase glides up the track. That gives Patrick an in, he thinks, and just no room for all these guys. James Stanger with heavy contact. The 87 able to skirt through there. But still, serious damage for the 34 and the 15. We'll look at it in slow-mo real quick before we go in and see if Clapp had a pretty view of that one. Hey, Clapper, it's Bo up in the booth. Do you got me, sir?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Well, you had a nice rear view look at that incident. Could you see everything that went on there? It looks like a couple guys decided 3 wide was a good idea.
I'm not exactly sure what happened. I kind of asked everybody whose brakes failed there because I was in the center of the corner and felt the backside of my car lift up there. Had a little bit of Eddie Guerrero hydraulic action. But other than that, having fun out here.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, are you having fun? You've been up and down here to start, and you've been in a gaggle of cars now these last couple restarts. What's it like when you're 2 wide at this place, even 3 wide?
You can maintain your line a lot better than you think you can out here. Definitely under a long run, when the tires start to wear, it gets really fun out here. But, yeah, just trying to hold on to it, keep the incidents down, sitting at a 12X right now just from guys overdriving stuff, a little contact on restarts. So hopefully we get a cleaner restart here. But in the top 10, hoping to keep it here. This 63 2-lane Chevrolet Camaro is pretty quick. So hoping to come out of here with a top 10 and keep it this spot.
Well, good luck, good buddy. Get you some. Go back and rejoin as the green flag is out. Jake Waltman fighting off the 36. Serious battle going on between the 36 and the 6. They've been doing this all day, and they finally, I think that's the first time they honestly touched each other. Back in the pack, you can see Patrick Langley still trying to work through the field with that damaged car. Fighting around Tyler Truex in the 69 now and Ray Fataruso in the 2. Clear the 2 of Ray Fataruso, and Tyler Truex tries to follow them. Back up at the front. Patrick Langley putting pressure on the 36 yet again. A nice opportunity to give Ryan Lutz a plug for his Ryan Lutz Designs. I'm sure he's put a lot of hard work into that paint scheme and many more. So So another one of our guys out here who does their paint schemes. We'll take you through the field now as we hit the midway point in stage number 2. It's been these two virtually all dang day. Nobody giving an inch, nobody taking a mile, and really driving a clean race. Behind them, you've got the 46 of Spencer Taylor, who I'm a little nervous to go ahead and get away from these guys because it looks like Jake Waltman really wants to get around the 36, so we will do our through the field here in a little bit. Yeah, there's the the distance, a little tap. Nothing that would get you kicked off the playground. See how much Jake has to use the steering wheel, even in the straightaways. I mean, there is no brake here. Look how much he is working that wheel. They have to run these things so hyper loose to keep the speeds that they're running way down low. Trying to shorten up the track there is Jake Waltman. Loose all the way to the start-finish line. The tires are still spinning. Just scrapes the apron there ever so slightly. Let's see what it looks like off the rear of Ryan Lutz. Ryan Lutz definitely running his line, and I just think that's the line that Jake Waltman wants to run. Jake is trying to enter high, exit low, and use his exit of the turn to get around Ryan Lutz, or at least try to get under him, to no avail so far. Nothing but clean racetrack in front of Ryan, but you can already see in turns 3 and 4 some lap traffic is coming. And boy, that could start all types of problems for these leaders, as we saw it did earlier. We got just under 30 laps remaining in stage number 2. Ryan Lutz did not get the stage 1 win that belonged to Jake Waltman, but Ryan Lutz led most of stage 1. He has led a total of... What are his laps? A lot of laps. And you see Steve Lachinsky in the 99. That is that first lapper that they're going to have to deal with. He's actually going way up high on the racetrack and letting the leaders race. Classy move by the 99 of Steve. He also gets out of the way of Spencer Taylor. See the 66 of Robert Walton entering pit road, most likely to get some of that damage. It actually looks like he is not under power as he enters pit road. May have some serious engine damage that is keeping him from continuing on. Sorry to see that out of the 66. There he used his fast repair and he's back out on track, but he's going to lose at least one lap here. And Jake Waltman has made it around Ryan Lutz, it looks like. Of course, the second I go away, but have no fear. We'll see exactly how that happened. You see the move under Steve. Jake Waltman right there with the 36. Does he put the bumper to the 36? Looks like this is where he makes the move He does put the bumper to the 36, moves him, and takes the lead. Serious save by the 36. We'll go back and see how close it was. Does he get him loose, or does he actually make oh, he made contact. And the 36 goes sailing in, but does an amazing save to not get any damage, and he'll have an opportunity as we rejoin them live to repay the favor later in this race. And he may not have to wait for later, as he is already back within 2 car lengths of the 6. And if I were Jake, I'd start making that that 6 car a little shorter. I want to remind everybody, I see your comments in the Facebook chat, in the stream chat, and on YouTube as well. Feel free to drop your comments throughout the race, whether it's just a comment on the racing you're seeing, or if you have any questions for me or the drivers, I will try and get them answered during a caution. Sometimes it can be a little tough with these short caution laps, but I would love to answer those questions when I can. As you see, there is nothing but trouble in front of these leaders. Once again, lap traffic playing a role. Oh, Jake Waltman in the 57 almost made contact. Oh, and Bobby Grant now holds up the leaders. He's right in front of him. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. There's Tony Burleson also fighting on the outside. The 36 clips the inside apron, and now Spencer Taylor has an opportunity to get under him. 36 is not having a fun time these last couple laps. But there are your 3 leaders. They are together, and the lap cars did eventually settle it all out and get out of the way. They're racing for their positions too. There's a lot of points at stake with a lot of guys running so close in points towards the middle of the pack. There will just be 10 drivers accepted into the playoffs, and already opportunities are getting slim. Check in at the race so far. 114 to go. There's been 7 lead changes, and I think just about all of them have been between these 3 cars up front. And there is a caution on the track, as Jake Waltman and Ryan Lutz will have to settle it over essentially a 10-lap shootout for the end of stage number 2. I'll take a breath and we'll see what happened. Looks like the 66 of Robert Walton may have been involved. Telemetry not working with me and showing me exactly what occurred. We'll say it was a caution for debris. And we'll check on pit lane, see if there are any takers. There indeed are. The 8 is in. The 87 is in. Most of our leaders decide to stay out and fight for those valuable stage points. But I think that's a good strategy to go for someone like Ryan Johnson, who's had some damage early in the race already, to go ahead, pit now, and then you won't have to pit at the end of stage 2. Smart play, I think. And you'll start on the front row, and we know that that 8 has speed. Let's move this over here, huh? Well, let's see if we can't talk to one of our drivers. Hey, Ryan Johnson, it's Bo up in the booth. You got me, sir.
I got you, buddy.
Well, we saw you go into the pits there. You got in an incident early on. Are you playing a little bit of strategy there, not going for the stage points so you can maybe get yourself up front in the beginning of stage 3 here?
Yeah, we only got 3 sets of tires tonight, so I took one earlier when after we had that early contact, and we've been battling back ever since. So we're just trying to stretch this set a little bit farther. When I came down, my tires are still looking all right, so just took some fuel. We'll just kind of see what happens from here, play it by ear, and hopefully we can get up there and start battle. I know we were catching the leaders on that long run, so.
Yes, you were, sir. And I tell you, that 8 car looks beautiful out there on its 20th anniversary. Hopefully you can learn some lessons out there and get yourself up to the front, sir. Good luck on the rest of the race. We'll hopefully talk to you in the winner's circle.
Buddy.
See ya. As Ryan Johnson in the 8. As you see, the pace car is going to get ready to pull off here. It's the 36 crowds the 6. And the 6 was not able to clear, and the 36 goes for a dive bomb slide job move, makes contact with the 6. The clean and fun they were having earlier is gone with 7 to go in the stage. Ooh, 36 touches that apron yet again. Oh, and Spencer Taylor gets real loose on exit. 36 is loose on entry. This is insane race. This is like the last lap. The 6 crossover move back to the inside of this 36. The 36 is going to try and cross him over again. Oh, and he makes contact with his teammate. And Jake Waltman walks away, and the caution comes out, which what could be the end of stage number 2. Great, great racing there at the end. Potentially the end of stage number 2. We'll see if they do a quickie yellow. Looks like no, this will be the end of the stage. The 36 is coming down pit road now. But he's all by himself, so did he come down? Would the pits have been closed at that time? It was an interesting time for him to come down pit road. Well, there's a couple guys that, well, no, there's guys that are already, unfortunately, out of the event. We'll take a look at the results of there we go. The results of stage number 1. It looked like this. Clapp got himself up to 4th place. Actually, it would have been 5th place because you would have had Ryan Lutz in there. That's what happens when you pit early. I'm interested to see how that's going to work out for Ryan and if that's going to be an issue and cause him to have a penalty. As he rejoins the field now at the back of the pack. But the 6 of Jake Waltman.
Green flag.
Sweeps a... Nope, there's your quickie yellow. That was not the end of the stage. That is our first quickie yellow we have done all season. Oh, they don't tell me anything, people. Jake Waltman storms down, getting pressure from Spencer Taylor. There's a gaggle of cars back here that I have to cover for a moment. All types of cars everywhere. Back up front. The 6 and the 46. Can Spencer Taylor avenge the contact from earlier and get around the 6 of Jake Waltman? As they come down the line for the end of stage number 2, Jake Waltman will take stage number 1, or stage number 2. In the 1 position. There, that's what I was going for. Roger Debald goes ahead and gets him a 3rd place finish. These are your results of stage number 1. The Clapp does go ahead and get himself a 4th place with Roger Diebold up there in 3rd, and Ryan Johnson was able to come all the way up to 8th. A lot of guys that have been here a while. Chase Leahy getting some stage points as well. A lot of guys that needed stage points getting them. We'll hop on pit lane and check in on pit stops. We see Ryan Johnson using that set that he wasn't going to use as they blare out pit road, and Jake Waltman will win the race off of pit road. Clapp made a position as he got around Roger Diebold on pit road. Roger may have had some damage fix. You can see still a beat up rear end on that 63. Not worried about it though, I guess. And a beat up front end. A couple dents in that 2-lane can, but hey, what are you going to do? See if before we go green we can't get one of our drivers. I'd love to get our stage winner, but he is not in the chat Discord with everybody. See if we can't talk to Roger Diebold. Hey Roger, this is Bo up in the booth. You got me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, you were able to rally up towards the front after really, I think you've seen just about every single car out there and get you some stage points. What's it feel like out there now past halfway point in this race?
It's not terrible. I mean, the track is definitely a fun track to drive. I'm not a big fan of the setup. Personally, it's too tight for my style of driving, but it's not too bad.
Well, we do run fixed setups for all these drivers to somewhat create an even keel. So you're telling me that this setup isn't to your driving style. What kind of changes can you make with a fixed setup in race to maybe lobby those issues?
With the fixed setup stuff, it's really tough. I mean, you can do a little bit with fuel and right sides only or left sides only and whatnot, but not too much you can do other than just be along for the ride.
Well, hopefully you can get that 38 back up towards the front and get you some better end race points as you are a points leader. Go up there, pull your belts tight, and get after it, son.
Okay.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag is out. And towards the front, it is the 69 of Tyler Truex, who used some pit strategy to take the lead for the first time today. And Ryan Lutz, we wondered what he was doing earlier. Well, he got the word from the admins that it would be a quickie yellow pit road would be open and he would be able to pit, not play for stage points, but play for the win. And certainly he is now right there within crushing distance on this 69 Junior Motorsports Hot Rod. Someone we haven't talked about all day, Dakota Camper in the 43. He also used that strategy. Matter of fact, there is a bunch of guys, as we'll just go through them, who have used that strategy as Ryan Lutz has taken the lead from Tyler Truex. As I look down the line, it's really the top 7 that were able to use that strategy. Matt Garrett, one of those other guys, he's got David Burns on his inside now, was outside. Clears him. And David Burns, whoa, overshoots the corner there. 3 wide. Great job not collecting anybody. And it is a mess up here as Ray Federuso and David Burns wreck each other. That looked eerily intentional. As we got the 32 is in the grass. We got some Bowman Gray Stadium events going on up here. The 2 is now side by side with the 8, the 32, back with the 15 of James Stanger. Having all sorts of problems after that contact. We'll have to go back and really see what happened there. See, the 32 almost gets clipped by the 55. Then makes contact with the 46. Then it was actually the 2 in the 55 that made major contact. Then the 32 was in the grass. There's just so many incidents going on. Go look. What? The 2 just completely barrels it into the corner and destroys the 55. And then the 32 gets incredibly loose on exit. Hold on, everybody. Here we go. This is what it looked like. Wow, it just snaps loose on him. And he comes up the racetrack. This couple laps brought to you by Bowman Gray Stadium. They have cleaned it up a bit, but you can see some Wheeler Modifieds out there with Chase Leahy. We'll jump in with him real quick and check on the Kubia's cam. He does not have a front end on that car, but his sim rig still looks mighty fancy. And up towards the front, Ryan Lutz, still your race leader. A second advantage now on Ryan Truex. There's the distance. But it is still a gaggle. With the 15 of James Stanger. You touch a car that has that much sheet metal missing, you're gonna have a bad day. They are 3 wide as they enter the corner now. We'll hop out of the Kubia's cam and give you the full screen view of this whole mess of machines. Good side-by-side clean racing though for the most part. 34 really would like that 15 to move out of the way, but I don't think he wants to, bud. We'll go back and check on the 6 of Jake Waltman. All the way on the other side of the track, he has moved himself up to the 4th position after pitting at the end of that stage and claiming that second stage. So not too much damage here. We'll have to see how, as we continue to have these great long green flag runs, how his strategy compares to the 36 of Ryan Lutz, who continues to lead with almost a second and a half lead now over Ryan Truex, but he is not putting down the blazing speed that he was earlier. I have to wonder, does that have to do with those tires being a little bit older than someone like Jake Waltman? He's not able to get away from all these guys. And if I remember my notes, the 46, the 69, the 43 up here in the top 5, they all are on the same strategy that Ryan Lutz. It is only Jake Waltman who is on that, it is actually Spencer Taylor as well. So 3rd and 4th position are on the newer tire strategy.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And caution will wave. We'll have to see poor K. Oh, all types of damage. You can see the 14. Thank you, leaders, for coming up on it. Go back and see exactly what happened with the 14 of Bobby Grant here and the 57. It's back to that gaggle of cars that we saw earlier. It's like Chase Leahy works finally around the outside of the 15 like he'd been trying to do for a while. Oh, and then the 15 cleans the clock off of the 14. Takes his M&M's bag and just crushes it like he hates Halloween or something. Good Lord. I've heard of Candy Crush Saga, but that's ridiculous. Go back and see, was their intention in this contact, or did something just happen with the 15? Jump in his cockpit. He's got the 14. Oh, he hits the wall, and that sends him no intention at all. Just he hit that outside wall, and that was just enough to send the both of them around. Oof. Hard, heavy contact, and I guess the 57 could not get her woed up. Oh, yeah, he could not. Try. I think he tried to lock her down. Oh, goodness. Bad day for that Wrangler throwback. Oof. Well, we'll rejoin our guys. You can see a couple guys waiting for the leaders to go by. That's something that I was always really bad at. It's good for them. That has forced the 57, the 15, the 42, all to use their fast repair. I wonder if the 14 has had to use his. He may have already done so, as he is on pit road. And he is looking to be there for a while. The lights are off on the pace car. I was hoping to take a commercial break for you all, but that was too good an action to do it. I'd just love to remind you that this race is brought to you by Kubia's Tackle LLC. You can buy all of their custom tackle for your next fishing trip at CustomTackleSupply.com. Pace car pulls off. The thunder will roll as we get late into this race, and Ryan Lutz peels off into turn number 1. Wow. That's close for the 69 and the 46. 46 will clear. The 69 can't do a crossover because the 6 is there. I don't think he knew that the 6 was there. And the 8 of Ryan Johnson now. He's a part of this gaggle.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution is out on the speedway. The cautions continue to rack up. Looks like he may have had an incident with Dustin Stallings and Robert Walton. Dustin Stallings in the 42 and the 66. Unable to see exactly what transpired so far as they blipped. 66 has been having some lag issues, I think, tonight, which is causing us to not be able to see these incidents. But nevertheless, definitely contact between the 42 and the 66. And the bad night for Robert Walton continues. Showed so much speed earlier in the season, and the last couple weeks at these short tracks, he has not been able to get momentum. Someone else I'd love to cover that we have not been covering for a while, the 88 car of Tommy Allen Jr. Showed significant speed when we were at the super speedways, and these short tracks have been the death of this poor man. But don't worry, pal, we're going back to the 1.5 miles starting next week. Clean looking car though. Jump back up with our leaders. Pace car's going to get ready to pull off. And Tyler Truex, we talked about how he wasn't in the front earlier in this race. Well, he's been hanging around there for a while now. We will ride along with him as we ride along with Chase Leahy at the same time. Green flag is out. Oh, and the 66 almost goes around. Right in front of just about everybody. Wow, and Jake Waltman has to... Oh, he makes major contact with the 69. The 69 goes up. The 63's in the wall. 69's in the wall. The 32 has major damage. Accordion effect out on the track. And the 69... I don't even know where to begin covering all that. Oh, he looks angry. Oh, he cuts right in front of the nose of the 6 and lets him know how unhappy he is. We'll go back and see exactly what happened in the initial start of all that. Here on the restart. Oh, contact with the 46 is Spencer Taylor. The 69 was being a punching bag there for a little while. The 46 slides up and makes contact with the 6. 69's loose. The 6 tries to dive under and makes major contact with the rear of the 69. And somehow through all that, everybody's checking up because they see the wreck. And the 63 finds himself on the bad end of a deal here. And that may have been off the front bumper of the 38 of Roger Diebold. Two admins, two buddies. Yes, make contact. And the 63 is sent. We'll look at the cockpit view. Oh, the 63 comes down when the 38 was starting to brake heavily because he saw what was in front of him, and they just magnetized to each other. And the 63 will have some serious damage that he'll need to work on. Looks like he may be staying out here. Perhaps the damage wasn't too significant. He certainly did stay out. They're loaded back up.
Green flag, green flag.
And the 36 dominates the restart, and the 69 still can't get going. The 36 and the 46, the two teammates now are out in front. Whoa, the 69 got seriously loose. This is causing all types of problems. Now the two of Ray Fataruso, after his incident earlier, is starting to find his way back up towards the front. I wonder if those tight conditions... Oh, and the 63... makes contact with somebody back there. Maybe in the 43. Let's see who he made contact with. It was the 15 of James Stanger. Now, those two have had words this season. 15 was able to get it back. 43 also almost lost it during that incident. Good Lord, boys. I'm just one man. Back up towards the front. Looks like the 8 of Ryan Johnson making moves now, trying to get under Ray Fataruso. Up towards the front. It's these three yet again. They've just kind of swapped some positions, but it's still Ryan Lutz out front with Jake Waltman in third and Spencer Taylor splitting the two of them. Check back with Tyler Truex, who, since he had some of that damage, really has just not been able to get it back together. Ray Fataruso gets around him. He's got to just be hoping for a caution so he can stretch his fingers back out and get his hands grip back on the wheel. And speak of it, there is a caution. We'll try to see who was involved. It's like the Or Matt Garrett may have had an issue with it. Oh, yes, you can see the 32. Another one of those blip incidents that it won't let me see. I've noticed that with the 66 and the 32, whenever they're involved in an incident, it does not like me to see. But the hard day for Matt Garrett continues in that 32. No takers on pit lane. Just looks like that may be the 66 of Robert Walton getting some damage fixed. And David Burns going ahead and getting some damage fixed as well. They'll beat the pace car out, which is good to see. Not adding more insult to injury. We'll see now if we can't get Clapp in here and talk to him about what may have transpired. Hey, Clapp, it's Bo up in the booth. You got me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I saw a little incident back there with you and Roger Diebold. Was that just one of them racing deals where you saw the incident in front of you and you both kind of just started making love there in turns 1 and 2?
Per the driver of the 38, he just said that it was a bit of a wheel hop incident there. We talked it out or came to an agreement that it was just a racing deal. So all good. Just kind of hanging on here, man. Sitting at, let's take a gander here. Let's see what we're looking at for incidents. Sitting at a 16X right now. So definitely trying to keep it in one piece at the end of this thing. Still got my fast repairs. So got some strategy in mind. Hoping it plays out here.
Yeah, keep her clean, son. And I will say from the booth up here, it did look like a wheel hop issue. His wheel was straight. So no intentions bad, I think.
I'm going to want to go.
But you go ahead, sir, and get back after it. Talk to your spotters, and hopefully you'll be able to keep that 2-lane machine nice and clean.
Yes, sir. Hope it's as fun in the booth as it is on the racetrack.
It is an absolute blast, sir. Get after it. You heard him cue up his spotter there. A lot of these guys will have in real life spotters talking them through the races and even talking through some strategies. Now Ray Fataruso for the first time today, starting on the outside.
Green, green, green.
And Jake Waltman blows the doors off the 2. I believe there was strategy in play with the 36 and the 46. I believe they came in and got themselves some fresh tires. We'll have to see if they're able to get through the field as there is a gaggle of cars in front of them. As they are beating the doors off of these guys with slower tires. Back up at the front. 6 of Jake Waltman starts to pull away with under 50 to go. The 36 and the 46 cannot like this. It is just a mess back here. Ooh, contact. A little bit of everything. Oh, and the 8 car goes around right in front of the 32. When you have that many cars in a gaggle like that, it's bound to happen. Go back and see what exactly transpired. A lot of cars right here all fighting for position. Oof. 8 just gets pinched. And then comes down and gets contacted by the 43. Does a great job not compounding the issues and hitting the outside wall with force. As he'll go into pit road, and I don't mean to be a troublemaker, but I would love to maybe get the 43 of Dakota Camper into the broadcast booth to talk about what just happened. Hey, no talking channel. It's Bo up in the booth. You got me, boys.
We got you.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun. Both of you guys just involved in an incident, and I've got you in a room together to kind of talk it out. You want to tell the broadcast booth what may have just transpired there?
I was dumb and tried to go 3 wide, and then I backed out of it, so we were still 3 wide, and then what happened?
Yeah, I got in there on the inside, and I was following, I think, the 69 through, and it was just chaos. We all come together. I'll take fault on that one.
Well, it looked real cool here from the booth. We like seeing this 3 wide action here at the short tracks because I just know something cool is bound to happen. The 8 did a great job of keeping it off the wall. Ryan Johnson did a great job not compounding more damage after already being in a couple incidents. And I'm with Dakota. I don't think that there was any intention there whatsoever. Just when you got 15 cars all fighting for position and, well, only one of them can have that position, something's bound to happen. But glad that you guys are here getting after it. Hopefully you can get both that 43 and that 8 car up towards the front as the laps are winding down, boys.
Yeah, I doubt it was intentional. We race really clean together. It's like he said, it's chaos right now, man.
Well, hey, if you're going to get payback, you just let me know before you do it so I make sure you're on camera, okay? All right.
If he hits me again, I'll get disqualified.
Oh, okay. That's now you got a plan.
Motivation.
Awesome, boys. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Enjoy the race, and I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.
That's a lot of fun when you can talk to 2 drivers that are in the same race chat together, teammates getting into each other. But the pace car is pulling off. It's time to go racing. And Jake Waltman again dominates on the restart. The Ray Fatarusa trying to use the high line as they're gaggling back up again back here. The 69 and the 99 making contact. 99 we were talking about earlier being laps down. Now he's sitting in the top 10. 79 of Tony Burleson. That's somebody we have not talked about all day in that Champion Tire and Wheel Machine. Also sponsored by Kubia's Tackle, our name sponsor. He's sitting in the top 10. Just got passed by Tyler Truex, but hell's bells. There he is. And back up towards the front. We have a caution. Just under 40 to go, and the caution is out. Let me see who did it. Oh no, incidents for the 63, it looks like. Try and see exactly what happened to the 63. Looks like I got no visual yet again. Issues with these short tracks. There you saw a little piece. Yeah, it looks like the 63 lost it all on his own. Womp womp. We'll have to go and check in with Clapp, but we're not going to do that right now. As he's already said before, when he wrecks, he doesn't want to talk about it. That's okay. We'll take a quick moment for the first time, really, in this race to take a commercial break and thank all of our awesome sponsors. I'ma keep it going
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC Custom Lawn Sprinklers. I want to wish everybody a safe race during the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. We provide custom automatic underground lawn sprinkler solutions to folks in Maryland, Northern Virginia, and the DC areas. Give us a call here at the office, 410-721-2342.
RL Productions commercial advertising. Promoting your success story. Affordable cross-platform strategies. Tailored to your ideal audience. Serving Maryland business. With global brand elevation. For more, visit rlproductioncrew.com.
Tiki Lee's Dock Bar is Maryland's newest island oasis. Put your boat in the slip, toes in the sand, and a drink in your hand. Featuring heat-crushing crushes, the frostiest frozen concoctions, and brews both local and domestic. The kitchen serving up savory seafood and the best pub grub in town, including our gigantic Chesapeake crab pretzel. Tiki Lee's is fun for the whole family and for friends. Only minutes from Hart Miller Island and over 60 boat slips, too. Tiki Lee's Dock Bar in Sparrows Point off of Exit 42. Have a staycation that feels like a vacation.
Getting ready to go back green here. The pace car is going to pull off. Ray Federuso controls the restart now, and he blows the doors off of the 46 of Spencer Taylor. Jake Waltman came into pit road. Oh, it looks like the 69. I missed who that was. That was the 79, actually, I believe. Oh, he's none too happy. Oh, he gets tagged by the 99. And then everybody pretty much tags him. Take a look in slow-mo. 99 boops him. Sends that 79 champion tire and wheel Kubia's tackle machine into the wall hard. Major damage for the 66 again and the 55. And then an angry burnout from the 79. But as we check up live on pit road, you can see a brand new car. Tony has used his fast repair, and his car is feeling brand new now, so good for him. Take a second with just under 30 laps to go to check in on our Kubia's cam. Chase Leahy in the 34, still getting after it. He's in the 8th position right now currently, and he is on the lead lap. And he has used his brand new fast repair. That thing is looking clean. Perfect time to be clean. He saw that thing earlier just look all types of beat up. Looks good now, my friend. Hopefully we'll get this Kubia's cam up towards the front. Have been tested in fish-on efficiency and pole yanking rigidity. All of Kubia's custom fishing lures can be purchased on CustomTackleSupply.com today, and your tackle box can be perfectly upgraded for tomorrow when you call in sick. Which some of these drivers, going fishing might be the only thing to save some of these relationships. So I look to see maybe that happen a lot tomorrow and maybe over the weekend. Maybe Brett Kubia can go ahead and make some phone calls and get these guys some new tackle boxes. As the green flag is out. And Ray Federuso not able to get the jump that he wanted. And Spencer Taylor trying to take the lead for the first time today. Ray Federuso glides way up the track, uses the 46, and the 46 doesn't like it. He's all over the rear of the 2. But Ray Federuso maintains the lead. Now here comes pressure from the 36. As Spencer Taylor, losing all types of ground, makes major contact. And it looks like Ejectocito for the 15 who made that contact. And now Spencer Taylor's just angry. He is driving angry. And back up towards the front, Ryan Lutz putting the pressure on Ray Federuso. Has anyone told Ryan that that 2 car likes to make contact. So he better watch a bump and run here, because a bump and run could be a bad deal. Oh, and the 36 and the 2, major contact up front. Holy smokes. Roger Diebold's in it, the 32's in it, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bowman Gray Stadium. What on earth just happened? Go back and take a look right away. 36 chasing down the 2. Everything seems okay. There is some kind of internal beef maybe between these two teams, because we saw the 40. Oh, the 36 just dives it in there. He hits the apron and cleans out the 2 of Ray Fataruso. Oh, and then major contact for the 38 of Roger Diebold. The 32 still of Matt Garrett finds a way to hit something. The poor guy. Well, that is going to shake some stuff up. I'd love to also take a look at the incident with the 46 on those restarts.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And 46 is ran up the road by the 2. Gets super loose. And the 15 tries to come in there. 15 uses up the 46. And the 46 did not take a liking to it. Major contact to the 15, who put throughs out of the racetrack. And somehow Chase Leahy in the 34 made it through all that. Or did he? It looks like that may have ended the race for Chase Leahy, unfortunately. He made some contact in that incident, and it must have put him through the incident count. My goodness. In one fell swoop, we have a lot going on. But the pace car pulls off. There's no time to rest. Tyler Truex blows the doors off the 23 on the restart of Ryan Zunk in that Oscar Mayer machine, and the 46 of Spencer Taylor drives angry into 1 and 2. With under 20 laps left, can the 36 of Ryan Lutz get up back to the front? Can the 6 of Jake Waltman get back to the front? Or can Tyler Truex steal him another victory as he pulls away from Spencer Taylor, and the caution is out? I know that I saw a red and white car. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got ourselves some drama. Ooh, more wrecking for the 36 here. I'm trying to get everybody a good look at it. 36 trying to get back up towards the front. The 63 actually is the one that makes contact with him, because the 63 was put 3 wide, and the 36 was just wrong place, wrong time in that incident. Who was the 63 on the outside of? Of course, he disappeared on me. It looked like the 6 of Jake Waltman, actually. There's what they looked like as he pulled away. Whew. We've got carpal tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. A couple shakeups on pit road. Actually, no shakeups on pit road. Nobody came in that time. Whew. I'm scared to ask Clap what happened that time. So the 69 of Tyler Truex. Can he do it again? He has not been, I'm not even going to lie. He hasn't been a favorite for me all day. He has not been up front where we're used to seeing him. Can he pull a rabbit out of his hat and take advantage of other people's problems and get himself a victory? And the 8 of Ryan Johnson, we've been talking to him a couple times today. He's sitting in the P3 spot now. Our top 5 looks nothing like our top 5 did all day long. You've got Tyler Truex in the 69. Spencer Taylor in the 46 is the only guy that's been there all day. Ryan Johnson in the 8, Ryan Zunk in the 23, and Dustin Stallings in the 42. These guys have been involved in different kinds of incidents, and here they are with a potential victory in sight. All I know is that it's going to be absolutely insane when we get the green flag. We're going to take a quick second for station identification, and then get right back to the green flag and the conclusion of the Jig Worm Crawl 240, presented by Kubia's Tackle.
They are wrecking just like that. Oh, a humongous impact. Just like that, we have ourselves some drama on hand.
Things are heating up.
I think Roger got it. I think Roger got the win.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag is out, and Tyler Truex storms into turn 1. David Burns makes some contact with the 42 and the 46 of Spencer Taylor, not giving up on the win. He's trying to make the outside work. The 69 will clear him. The crossover move is there with the 46, but he can't get on the inside of the 69. There he is. He's in there, makes contact with the 69, but gathers it up, and the caution will wave again as the 66 of Robert Walton was, he's parked. He's just, he's sitting there. So very good. Go back and see what may have happened to the 66 of Robert Walton. He's racing with the 89 of Cole Gadgedoris, who has had a hard day. Ooh, the 79 had a bad restart. You saw that, and the 38 was there to try and make a move. Oof. 6 car. Unfortunately, serious contact. That sent Robert Walton into a parallel parked position, and really going to hurt his chances at a decent finish. 57 is the lucky dog. This is your current top 10, and boy oh boy do we have some potential shockers in this top 10 that could get the W. Where is the 6? Where is the 36? It is, I mean, Ray Fataruso even, he's out of the event. He's had too many contact points. The laps are winding down. It's really the only front runner here is the 46 of Spencer Taylor. Can he do something with the opportunity that he has, and the fact that all of his teammates and, well, his anti-teammate, the 2 of Ray Fataruso and the 6 of Jake Waltman, aren't here? Ryan Zunk in the 23, a former Hellraiser, the initial start of this league during the pandemic. He's sitting here in the top 5 position after, well, a very up and down day. And David Burns, he's sitting himself in the top 5 now. What could happen if David Burns gets himself a victory I tell you what would happen. Krispy Kreme donuts for everybody. A lot of these guys have been looking for a win for a long time. Hell, I wouldn't even be shocked if the 89 of Cole Gadgedoris uses that beat-up bumper to move somebody out of the way and make something happen, because the 69 and the 46, they've already been using up each other a little bit. They're not afraid to tango. I don't know if they're going to finish there. I think Ryan Johnson or Ryan Zunk could be in the catbird seat on this one. We want to thank Kubia's Tackle for their sponsorship of tonight's event. To Brett and family, thank you. Pace car pulls off, and the thunder rolls. The 46 and the 69 side by side with 5 laps to go. Nobody giving an inch. Everybody moving all the muscles they have, trying to get to the P1 spot. The 46 using that high line. Can he clear the 69? He will for the moment. The 46 of Spencer Taylor takes the lead from the 69 of Tyler Truex, and they're 3 wide back for 5th. The 69 dives under the 46, not giving up, and Ryan Johnson is right there in the 8, just in case something bad happens. Can't pull away from these leaders. The 69 tries to go for the bumper, and the caution waves. We will have a green-white checker opportunity, but Spencer Taylor will control the restart, and we've already seen him use that to his advantage. He's going to have to do it at least one more time. Look and see what happened. The 38 of Roger Diebold got some damage. As well did the 42. Ooh, the 89 of Cole Gadgedoris hits the apron. The 38 of Roger Diebold makes a move, and that sends the 99. See if I can get a good shot of it. Roger tries to make a big move. Contact for the 99, the 79, and the 42 as well. That is your caution. Well, all that, and I want to show you somebody who's sitting here in the top 5. Jake Waltman in the 4th position now, after being one of the guys that was doing it all with Spencer Taylor and Ryan Lutz. Got himself involved in some bad strategy, that got himself involved in some incidents. Now he has an opportunity in the top 5 to maybe get some magic on this green-white checker opportunity. But Spencer Taylor will control the restart. He'll have the 69 of Tyler Truex on his outside, as he has chosen the bottom lane, and he's been using it all day to his advantage. The 8 of Ryan Johnson. We've talked to him earlier today. He was really 40 laps ago, spun out in the pits, getting damage fixed. Now sitting in the 3rd position. I mean, this is some good stuff. Clean, fun action for the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. If your company or organization has any interest in getting involved in virtual autosport, this is the place to do it. This league has plenty of talent to go around and so much excitement. We can't all fit it barely into one night. Thank you again to Kubia's Tackle for everything, for sponsoring this night's event. Excited for our first green-white checker attempt, brought to you by TLC Incorporated and TLC Garage Works. The pace car will pull in And Spencer Taylor has the start he was looking for. He clears the 69. If the 69 is going to make a move, it's going to be right now. But Jake Waltman, of all people, moves along the outside of him. He pushes the 69. Big bump to the rear. The 69 says, I got to go. All of this action paving the way for Spencer Taylor. And the 69 gets turned by the 6. He saves it somehow. And Ryan Johnson is in it. David Burns is in it. All of this clearing the way for the 46 of Spencer Taylor. He will take the win and take the money in the Jig Worm Craw 240 presented by Kubia's Tackle LLC. And the streak of first-time drivers, first-time winners continues. Hot dog, what a finish. And Spencer Taylor's going to get an opportunity to burn him down. It's the 69 and the 6. Uh-oh. We got some extracurriculars. Oh, and the 69 misses, trying to kill the 6. We got some Bowman Gray stuff going on. And yep. That's, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But what we love to see is the burnouts from the 46 of Spencer Taylor as he claims his first win in the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner. And we'll get him in the booth if we can. We'll get all the top 3 guys in the booth for what was another exciting finish in the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. Holy Toledo. They're going to start working everything out and getting guys into the broadcast booth now. Well, Justin, that was an exciting finish. I'm mad that you were out on the track and you didn't get to see everything that I saw.
Oh my gosh, what an exciting finish that was, and a very fun race out there. Unfortunately, there was some drama involved, and there's going to be a lot of reviewing involved with myself, and the admin is going to be taking a look at a lot of the action out there tonight and making some decisions for sure. But I believe we have 2 of our top 3 finishers in here right now. The guys that finished 2nd and 3rd, and we're going to try to get Spencer Taylor in here shortly.
Yeah, I tell you, we were talking with Ryan Johnson earlier in this race and the opportunity that he had. Ryan, I got to ask you, the last time we talked, it was about an incident with your buddy Dakota, and now here you are. I told you it was possible, and you're in here in the booth. What was it like on those last couple laps getting that? Congratulations on that top 3 finish.
Oh, it was pretty chaotic the whole night, to be honest. Well, we had a couple, good long green flag runs, and it seemed like we were a lot better on the longer runs and the short runs. Yeah, after that incident with Dakota, I was like, well, I used my faster pass. Like, I need to just take it easy and finish the race, and I think we can get a pretty good finish. And I didn't get a good jump on that last restart, and Jake was fast on the outside. It was really hard to pass on the inside. You got the preferred line on me, and I was trying not to run him or Tyler over, so they battled it out. And fortunately, we were able to avoid Tyler on the last lap there and come home 3rd.
Yeah, that was insanely close. The contact the O's made with the 69 there. How did you even avoid it?
Well, I know he got pretty sideways, and I thought he was just gonna keep spinning, and it looked like he saved it, and it was almost about to spin again. So I was like, well, the high line was open. I didn't know if anybody was gonna be diving it in there underneath me. So I was like, well, the high line's safest to go. And
I tell you, it is not often that you see someone use the high line at a short track to get out of trouble, but you certainly did it. Congratulations on a P3 finish, and we hope to keep having these conversations with you up here in the victory booth.
Hey, man, hopefully we can get 2 more spots here eventually. I think we got the speed. We just gotta avoid the early incidents that we have to keep battling back from.
No, for sure. We'll hop over to Jake Waltman in the 6. Boy, you had yourself another exciting race there, buddy. You were up front virtually most of the race and then found yourself back in the pack a little bit. How did you overcome those issues and get yourself up towards the front?
It was definitely hard. I definitely think I was trying to get off strategy or off sequence with everybody else because I knew if I did, then, I'd have fresher tires like we did there. Unfortunately, just ran out of laps. I think just hard racing. I think there's I have to go back and look at the replay, so I'm not going to say too much just yet. But, I had a lot of fun. It's a short track. It's hard racing. If you can't take the bumper here and there, if you look at me and Ryan up there, I'm not too happy about how hard we raced. I was trying to save, but we were racing hard, moving each other, dooring each other and all that stuff. And I'm not throwing a fit about it because it's a short track and that's what you're going to do. So I'm never trying to intentionally wreck somebody. If I'm getting raced hard, I'm gonna move you out of the way because I'm not just gonna get sit here and pushed around, but I had a lot of fun. Definitely think I made the wrong pitch strategy. But definitely good showing here today.
Well, thank you, sir. Congratulations on another good finish in just your third race in the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. I see that we now have our winner here in the broadcast booth, Spencer Taylor. Congratulations on a W. How do you feel right now, sir, after a very, very confident and dominant day?
Oh, man, just lucky we kept the nose clean there. Really kind of fell into our lap. We definitely weren't the best car all day. I'd say it was between Jake and Ryan, until they got together. But really excited to have RSV, Race Suit Valet, on board today. Glad I get a chance to give them a little plug. My girlfriend, Heather Hadley, actually uses them for her race suit. And before she got her new suit, we were kind of in a pinch going to New Smyrna when she was going to drive a Sportsman for the first time. And so we sent the suit to Race Suit Valet, not knowing what to expect, and got it back, and we were shocked, and especially for the price and as quick as it was. It really is a phenomenal company. So if you got a race suit that stands up on its own and it's, in your closet, go check them out, Race Suit Valet, on Instagram, Facebook, racesuitvalet.com. And as for Jason, let him know that I sent you. You'll get 10% off on your first cleaning.
Well, hell of a plug there, Spencer. You and Ryan looked good out there with your Race Suit Valet machines, good-looking cars, and better performances. Congratulations on your first W, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, Justin, I'm good on my race interviews. Who do you got to ask questions to?
Well, Bo, I kind of just want to speak with you about this and maybe ask our broadcaster. I know compared to last week, a little bit different vibe out there on the racetrack. We saw a lot of green flag racing. Anything that you take from this race that you would look forward to seeing as we go back to short tracks in the playoffs or towards the end of the regular season? And just give me a little bit of a run through from your perspective as the bird's eye view.
I tell you, first of all, broadcaster getting interviewed, I'm nervous now. No, I think this was how our short track races should be. We had our long runs, we had our grudge matches, we had beating and banging, but we had some really clean racing. This track brought the side-by-side action we were looking for at some of the other tracks and just weren't able to get it done. This was the premier short track event of the season, I think, so far. Congratulations, honestly, to all the drivers, even the hurt tempers out there and some of the guys that unfortunately got caught up in sizable incidents. Boy, did it look good up here to the fans. And at the end of the day, ain't that what it's all about? Good, clean fun and doing it for the fans and the gram. So I loved it. It was a fun race to watch. I think everybody's going to want to go back and rewatch this one, especially if you're not so sure if you got to get some of that grudging back next week when we go to Charlotte.
Absolutely. And fans, stay tuned to our social media accounts. There will be, for the first time, some suspension and fines being dished out. More details to come on our social media accounts. Follow us on Facebook at Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational and Instagram at Thunderclap Invitational. Stay tuned, and we will have all of the updated points and post-race penalties and fines posted on there. So if you're curious who that may be, and if you think it might be you, stay tuned.
And as I always say, just like that, we have ourselves some drama on hand. Well, my final notes are that it was a spectacular event, a great watch, and something that I can't wait to go back and look through again. Your final thoughts, Clap, on, because you were actually out there the whole day for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, got DQ'd there right at the end. Some contact with myself and the 6. Went back and watched that. A little bit of a net code issue, and let out some frustrations. And you get that in short track racing, but it's definitely something that myself and the rest of the admins have looked at, and I think we've finally, after these last 3 races, decided what we're going to do when we return to the short tracks. And where our incidents will be and how we'll handle restarts and everything. So we're still learning this thing. Just look forward to next year, fans. Things are only going to get better from here. We return to short tracks on August the 4th at Phoenix. And then we go to National Fairgrounds of Richmond to finalize our regular season. But the next 3 weeks, Charlotte, Texas, and the Brickyard of Indianapolis, back to the intermediates. So let's see what kind of speed these Thunderclap Invitational drivers can bring. Really looking forward to this nearly 30-car field showing up to these big racetracks and showing what they can do.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for us to get back to the 1.5 mile mayhem. A lot of fun. The telemetry works way better, so don't worry. There won't be half these glitches with the telemetry because we won't have such a short lap that jumbles it all up. So I'm very excited to head to Charlotte Motor Speedway, the home of NASCAR. We'll be heading there next week, same time as always, actually about 20 minutes earlier or later, as you noticed tonight. We are shortening up our pre-race show to get you to the action faster. We'll continue to do that and just make our lightning before the thunder a little bit more lightning speed. But see you all next week at Charlotte. Thank you to Kubia's Tackle, Brett Kubia and family, and everybody over at Kubia's Tackle for being a sponsor of tonight's race. Congratulations to Spencer Taylor on his first win in the Thunderclap Stock Car Invitational. I'm Bo Connon alongside Justin Clapper and my plethora of in-race reporters and admins. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you all next week at Charlotte, and let the thunder roll.
They are wrecking just like that. Oh, a humongous impact. Just like that, we have ourselves some drama on hand.
Things are heating up.
Back forward for the lead.
I think Roger got it. I think Roger got the win.
Is in the air. He is Dogecoin to the moon.
And that's the kind of racing you get in Thunderclap.